Hey guys,
What's up?
welcome to the Counterculture Podcast.
This is a thing. We're really doing it.
This is officially our introduction episode. We're just going to be explaining what you can expect from this podcast. And then our first episode is going to be next week.
First things first, we are a Christian couple. We've been married for just under 4 years now. We love debates. We find ourselves in deep conversations pretty often. We felt like this would be a good outlet to share some of those, have guests on, or just talk about difficult topics with each other.
For sure. We want to pretty much cover religion. So we're Christian.
Mhm.
So every topic that we cover is basically going to be through the lens of a young Christian couple.
For sure.
So we're going to be talking about pop culture, religion, jobs, and just life
Mm.
in your early 20s. We don't have kids yet.
And a little bit of politics too. A little bit.
Politics, yes. So basically everything, a lot of things interest us. We're pretty much going to be talking about all of that kind of stuff just through a Christian's standpoint, a lot of religion. So if that interests you, then this is the podcast for you. We're going to be posting every single week. I'm really excited that we've talked about doing this for a while and we actually decided to do it. We just always are having deep conversations. We're so curious what other people our age think. And I think a lot of times it's hard to have Christian couples who are your age and in the same phase of life that we are in. So it's nice to have an outlet that we can all just kind of discuss these things together.
Mm.
And I think that's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, I do feel like young Christian couples tend to be spread out and it's
Mhm.
hard to have an actual community.
Mhm.
It's pretty common to have like one or two couple friends,
Mhm.
but to have a whole community is pretty difficult.
Yeah. A
So,
lot of our friends, they already have kids. They're in a completely different phase of life that
true.
we are,
Yep.
or they're not married yet. It's pretty rare to find just like a young Christian couple our age that don't have kids. They're not in school. It's kind of hard. So we figured we would just create the outlet since we didn't really have one ourselves.
Yep.
So I think it would be really cool to just have those conversations. But yeah,
Create the outlet and then invite the friends.
exactly. Grant came up with the name, the Counterculture Podcast. We absolutely love it. I love it. How did you even think of that name?
I was just thinking about the name, trying to figure out what we should name it. There's not really a great story behind it.
Just came to
I
you?
think the Lord gave it to me, and it was just kind of born out of the Bible verse where Paul is talking about how Christians are supposed to be in the world and not of the world.
Mm, it's
Said
good.
another way, observing the culture, but not immersed in it, I guess. And you could make an argument that Christians are supposed to shape the culture. I think the world would be a better place if they did.
Mhm.
But as it stands right now, the world is not shaped by Christian culture. And so Christians are kind of on the outside looking in, and our thoughts and ideas and values are very opposed to most of culture.
It's true.
I personally have struggled to put my foot down on my values at times you know, when I'm in my own home court, I got my home court advantage always, absolutely. This is what I believe and this is why.
Yeah.
But if you catch me in a corner and I'm surrounded by people that don't think like me, I have had a tendency in the past to water down my beliefs.
Mhm.
Not ever turn my back to it completely, but to water down and make it more palatable for those who do not believe the same way that I do. And so I guess that name, like I said, I do believe the Lord gave it to me, and I think He did because He's stressing to me that to be Christian is to be counterculture.
Mhm.
To be a follower of Jesus Christ is to be an alien in this world.
It's so true.
And so that's the name. We are
Yeah.
counterculture.
I thought that was just the best name, and a lot of times, like, when
Thank you,
you hear
baby.
something have a good idea, it's like, I'll get tired of it and then just wanna, like, change it, but we've had this name you thought of it probably, like, a year and a half
About
ago.
a year, at least
Yeah,
a year ago.
and I just think it's absolutely perfect because, like he said, we're supposed to be in this world, not of it, and counterculture is just so it's just what we believe. A lot of podcasts is very much about the person, and they're just sharing what they think, like, their opinions, but this podcast is really gonna be more of even if we're not doing it, it's more of what we should do because we all fall
Mm,
short. Just basically being more like Christ
mm.
instead of just our opinions on things. We are gonna share our opinions, but a lot of it is just gonna be faith-based. So, that's kind of just what our podcast is gonna be about. So, yeah, you can expect the Counterculture podcast to go live every single week, every Monday at 6 a.m. We kind of pictured it as, like, the perfect way to kinda start your work week. I always loved having something to listen to on, like, a Monday morning starting the work week. So that's when we're gonna be uploading.
What podcasts do you listen to? It's
I
gonna edit.
have no names, I just listen to them. Couldn't tell you the name.
Well, who's the host?
I don't know. I don't know her name.
Baby.
So that's me. I don't really know,
You
like
don't know the name of the podcast or the host?
no, but I'm a consistent listener.
Good night.
I don't know, like,
That stresses
names
me
of
out.
artists or
As
pastors or podcast influencers. I try to not know the name because that gives me the ick.
type A as you are,
I
and
know.
you don't even know the name.
I don't, and
You
nor do
just
I want to.
like, how do you click on it? Do you recognize the picture?
Mhm.
You just recognize, like, the colors or something?
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
you
I know
don't
what
read
she
the
looks
words.
like.
What does she look like?
See, I don't wanna read it, it gives me the ick. I don't wanna get into it's like I'm obsessed with that. It's like I don't
No, you're not you just listen I mean, do you listen
no.
consistently?
Mhm.
Then it sounds like you're pretty obsessed.
No, I can't like, the names and what they believe and, like, if are they married, are they this? Like, I don't need to know all that. So
So she listens to the I Don't Know podcast. All right, y'all. So that is the introduction. I hope y'all have enjoyed this little intro to our lives.
and are excited.
If you like this kind of content, be on the lookout for new episodes of this podcast every Monday morning at 6 a.m.
So yeah, we hope you guys are as excited as we are. We cannot wait to see you next week on Monday, 6 a.m., and we will see you there.
See y'all then.